Hi you guys, this is Wendy coming to you with a project share. I just completed an altered book, and in this case I went with sort of spring colors. I tried to stick with pinks and pinks and purples. And so I'm going to start by showing you the spine. I went ahead and wrapped it with these fibers and laces. And there's a charm in there, a key charm. And then I made one of my little angels that I've made before. And this little shape is actually the back of a photo frame. And so I think it makes kind of a cool body shape. And I just wrapped it with a bunch of different washi tape samples. I added a face, and these were wings from the Dollar Tree. And so I'm going to do just a quick flip through. Both the inside and outside covers are napkins. Actually, the outside is tissue and the inside is napkins. And I just crumple those in a ball and then smooth them out and adhere them with glue. And I like the look. I like the idea that there are wrinkles in there. So I included this. This was from a thrift store, and it's actually a wallpaper shoe. I guess you're supposed to create a border with them. We have some kind of old-fashioned papers. There are little bits and pieces in each of these little envelopes, as I've shown before. I tried for kind of a, like I said, a vintagey feel for the most part. I did a lot of tearing up of the paper. I also was looking for spring images. So we have lots of vintage images that include flowers. Here we have a place for journaling, and behind that some wallpaper. I've also begun to recycle my magazines that I buy, my Somerset magazines, and so I've been ripping those out, and then I'm creating pockets with those. And I have a little tag here that I created. And so that's gonna go in there. And the back is blank, so I figure you could use it however you wanted to. Here we have a Starbucks bag, treat bag. And inside I've got some vintage images. And on this side I have some washi tape. We have a little spot for journaling. Here we have a Paris napkin. Again, a little tiny bag that's filled with little die cuts. A tag I received as Happy Mail made its way in. Here we have a couple of spots for journaling. This is, for a little while I was making ATCs with the idea of color copying them and making them into magnets. And so this is just one of my color copies, and I thought it went with the color scheme, so I included that. We have a clear acetate frame. Just kind of provides color. I don't really think it serves a purpose. Inside here we have some more goodies. I won't go through everything. Have a card. And on the inside I included, again, back in the day I would make a card or an ATC and I would color copy it so that I had a version for myself to use. And so that's what this is, and I just thought it fit with the card. Jelly printing. Again, just some spots to journal or place pictures. More vintage images. A place for journaling. We have some vellum. I created a little house. Again, vintage spring images and a postcard. I thought it would be a good journaling spot. Another vintage image, another place to write. Here's another one of those pockets, or basically pockets that I made out of an old magazine, an old craft magazine. And again, I made a tag. I like to make tags out of scraps. That kind of suits my aesthetic. That way I'm not throwing away the scraps that otherwise wouldn't really have a use. And I knew that would happen. Here we have a card, and I've included a little pocket that I made, and we have some heart die cuts, and what I think is the world's prettiest ribbon. It's hard to see, but it's got like a little sort of iridescent filament around it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really pretty. I sort of have been doling it out in swaps and things, in just small portions. Here's another magazine image from Somerset magazine, and I used it to make a pocket and have another one of my tags. This again has an image that was an ATC, and before I sent off the ATC, I just made a color copy. It's fairly reasonable to make color copies, and I find that yes, I could scan the images into my computer, but then I don't really know how to get them off because it seems like the ink for printers is really expensive. So I find that if I really am going to use an image again, then it's easier if I just go to the local color copy center. Usually they're about 79 cents for a sheet of paper, and that way I've got that image. Again, a vintage image. We have an envelope of goodies. This was an envelope that I was doing some spray ink work with a doily. Again, a card that I made and photocopied. This is a napkin. And again, another card front. This was Happy Mail that somebody sent me and they had drawn, and I thought it was really cool, so it made its way into this project just because I like the color scheme. And here we have a pocket I've created out of a vintage image, and again, in that pocket I've got a tag. This one probably needs some more, maybe some flowers or something, but I worked pretty hard on this book, and so honestly got kind of tired by the end. But yeah, this was an altered book. It was actually a poetry journal, as I've been making. This one I think was from 1994, so the likelihood of me ever reading the poetry journal again is, you know, it's not likely I'm going to. So I figure I might as well make something useful, something pretty that somebody might enjoy. And so I'm going to get this ready to go to the post office, and I've got some other goodies to send out with it, and hopefully the recipients will like it. I'm going to go ahead and close the video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you've been looking for a video from me that is showing what you sent me, I dearly need to catch up on those types of videos, and I will aim for doing that. Tomorrow and Friday are my days off, and so I will probably have a filmmaking marathon where I just catch up on Happy Mail that people have sent me and getting that filmed and thanking people. So hopefully you guys are having a great day, and I'm going to close the video and get this ready to mail out. Okay? Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.